Okay, so since a lot of you seem to be interested, I will try another whiskey. I have to admit, I have actually sampled this one. This was as many of you know, I am in a whiskey club, and I get a bottle of whiskey, at least one bottle of whiskey every month. So December's bottle was this delightful, um, exclusive whiskey from Glen Scotia, which is a distillery in the Campbelltown region. Campbelltown region is found in Scotland on the peninsula of Kintyre, probably to the south of the Highlands. Once a very major centre for churning out whiskies, and I believe there are now only 3 or 4 distilleries operating, of which Glen Scotia is one and possibly the oldest. It's been operating since 1832. Um, and in terms of whiskey production, it's actually a fairly small operation. Now, this particular drop is a Caribbean rum cask finish. And using a Caribbean rum cask will imbue the whiskey with a lot more tropical flavors, particularly coconuts and various fruits and stuff. Now, there was some questions about as to the glass I use. I use a Glencairn glass, which is the best sort of glass for tasting single malt scotches. Um, its shape allows the aromas to appear more, and yeah, just really sort of enhances the experience. So, first thing we'll note is the very golden color of the whiskey. So it's a relatively young whiskey. Not sure what I was going to say about that. Immediately on the nose, you can smell the citrus smells of the whiskey, and a very sugary caramel type flavor. Now, I do believe this particular whiskey was, before it was in a Caribbean rum cask, it was in a bourbon cask, which would explain the golden, slightly lighter and golden color, as well as the age of it. Um, so okay, well, guess we'll taste it. A um, very smooth taste. Bit of spice. Very citrusy. Um, almost a almost an apple-like flavor. Now, I do believe I've got some notes here somewhere. Um, that's hit because the Glen Scotia uses a fermentation time of 128 hours, which is allowing the yeast to come to complete fermentation, and it actually starts a secondary lactic acid bacteria fermentation, which is what's creating the fruit flavors in this particular whiskey. I just thought it was an interesting little note. Um, yeah, so unfortunately, this is an exclusive whiskey to the club, so it's not one you can go down to the shop and buy a bottle. But I do recommend a Glen Scotia. They do make other bottles. It's a very popular distillery, and yeah, thanks for watching.